Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we're going to be talking about the slate for NBA Taco Tuesday. It's April 8th, and we have 10 games, and we have some important playoff implications and teams that are trying to eke their way into the play-in tournament and whatnot. So there are some matchups that we can target today that should be relatively predictable as far as minutes go and possessions and whatnot. So excited to get into it. Yesterday we went 3-1. Cade Cunningham ended up going for 43 PRA, and so did Quentin Grimes. I was expecting Grimes to beat that, but 43 was great. And then we hit Sabonis rebounds, right? He went pretty nuts, didn't he?
Yep. Yeah, he went for 11 defensive rebounds, so he more than crushed that. And then when it comes to Lonnie Walker, I mean, like I said, if Justin Edwards didn't play, I thought it was a very sketchy play, and I was very against it if Justin Edwards did play. So he ended up not playing, and Lonnie Walker got 40 minutes and went for 29 points. So that one just did not plan out the way I wanted it to at all. In hindsight, I could have just probably found something a little bit better, because on the Miami side of the ball, a lot of those guys did play. Like Tyler Hero ended up playing, but some of them did play on limited minutes. But Tyler Hero, he didn't really do much either, though. So if you would have taken pretty much, I think, any over of Tyler Hero, it probably would have been pretty bad. But I know a lot of people were on his assists for under 5 or something, but it's all hindsight. I mean, it is what it is, and it was a bum play, but we'll get it back.
Yeah, 3-1, not the worst outing, but we want to get a sweep today. So let's talk about today's plays. Before we break everything down, if you guys haven't subscribed to our solo channels, come follow us. We have putting out extra content on our solo channels. It's really good for our schedule, so we can just throw videos out as soon as we see something we like. So mine is just at JRussoBDFS. I don't have a video out for today, but I'm going to jump into that right after this video and put out some more NBA plays, because we have this beautiful, massive slate. And then Jordy's is just at JordyBDFS. So come subscribe to our solo channels for a little bit of extra content, some extra plays. And if you are interested in signing up for any of our partners, all that information is down below. In particular, Underdog, it has been awesome, just getting really competitive. They're going to be running more promos pretty soon, but they're always running some sort of special over on Underdog. If you use code BACKDOOR over at Underdog, they're going to give you up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. But yeah, if you sign up using our code with any of our official partners down below, we're going to give you a month in the premium Discord, where Jordy just cashed a demon play yesterday on baseball, which was pretty dope. But yeah, just email us bdfantasysports@gmail.com, and we will get you in the Discord for a month for free, just as an added thank you for supporting us and using our codes and whatnot. So let's start getting into it. Oh, and I also learned something else about the YouTube algorithm, because I was trying to figure out why I don't get notifications when I have the bell on. It turns out they tailor the notifications even. You would think that YouTube would just be like, oh, they want to be notified, I'll notify them. It tailors your notifications based off of your interest in the videos, even if you hit the bell. So if you guys want to support us and like the video, it'll actually help you get those notifications quicker too when we drop extra plays or videos. And we really appreciate the support. So all that's out of the way, let's talk about today's plays. I'm going to be going with Devin Booker over 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists against Golden State tonight. And I'm going Paolo Banchero in this matchup against Atlanta over 42.5 PRA. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, so for me, I'm taking Anthony Edwards for over his points at 26.5, and then I'm taking Luka Doncic over 21.5 PRA for the first half. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling today, and that's
Sweet.
What I'm going.
First half PRA. All right, and we kind of dissected the OG Anunoby Taco at 15.5, and just a little bit of information there. We weren't really feeling it. You can go with your gut because he's been on a burner, but just a little info about that. He's never hit that line against Boston, and we've got Jalen Brunson returning as well, potentially. He's not for sure, but he may end up getting a little bit of play tonight. to kind of get things in rhythm since New York needs like one win to secure third. Our boy Bean Daddy posted this awesome breakdown. That's where I got that info about New York needing the one win. But anyways, OG, I'm probably just going to fade that taco. It is pretty low, so I don't blame you for wanting to take it since he's been balling. But yeah, he's never gone for more than 12 points against Boston. So, and his possessions might be down if Brunson returns. He might not be taking as many shots. So go with your gut. Just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that taco that's on the board. All right, so Devin Booker PRA. Great history against Golden State here. He's cleared it 5 out of 6 games, and then the one that he missed, he still went for 39. He was right there knocking on the door. We've got no Kevin Durant still, so Booker has just been turning things up, playing the way I wish he was playing all season. I don't like the role that he's had when KD's healthy. Sometimes he'll pop off, but I just wish he was being aggressive all season. I think the Suns would have a very different record. But yeah, last time he played them was on January 31st. He went for 31 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. So yeah, I mean, 3 straight games of going for 47 PRA or more. I mean, if you just want his points alone, you could take that. I mean, he's gone for 37 points or more in 3 straight games. That was Milwaukee, Boston, and New York. So not easy matchups. But yeah, I mean, it's time. The Suns have to win out to make the play-in. So Booker is going to be leaving it all on the floor tonight. I believe we're playing in Phoenix. Yeah, so home game, good history against Golden State. Let's look at that one more time. So he averages 35.9 minutes a game in these matchups, 50% from the field on 20.5 attempts, and then 41% from beyond the arc. Averaging 3 made threes a game when he plays the Warriors, and then gets to the line a decent amount, shoots 93% from the free throw line in these head-to-head matchups on 7 attempts a game, 8.7 rebound chances, 12.7 potential assists. This is just do or die for Booker tonight and the Suns. Literally the season could be over pretty quickly if they don't win out. So right now he's averaging 38.4 minutes, 24.2 field goal attempts, and that's with these 2 games for 14 and 17 attempts. He's gone for 29 attempts or more in 3 straight games because it's go time, shooting 50% from the field, 24% from beyond the arc, so he needs to clean that up. He's just kind of been the mid-range maestro lately because he's only been shooting 6.8 attempts, so that's gone down a little bit, but he's shooting 24%. So, excuse me, so from beyond the arc, he hasn't really been taking as many attempts, but he does need to clean things up a little bit if he's going to be shooting those. Still almost at that 90% from the free throw line. 4.8 made free throws. He's at 89% over these last 5 games. And then these last 3 games, he's been shooting great. He from the free throw line, against Milwaukee, he went 8 for 8, and then 5 for 5 against Boston, and then 6 for 7 against New York. So I think the Suns are winning this thing tonight. That's just me, but I know that the spread has a different story. They think that Golden State's heavily favored, 9.5 point spread. I would call that heavily favored given this situation and the weight of this game. I'm surprised that this isn't a closer spread, but 226.5 over under. So yeah, playing in Phoenix, I'm going to be watching this game closely, hoping my Suns can stay alive. All right, so specific matchup, if we look at the shooting guard position, kind of middle of the road, 13th in points allowed, 10th in rebounds allowed, 14th in assists allowed. So yeah, I mean, Booker is actually great in the clutch situation, so I think he's going to show up tonight. And, they're probably going to be focusing on him. If they can stop Booker tonight and force the Suns to win with other guys, I'm sure they would love to. Let's take a look here. So they like his rebounds and assists over 11.5, 51.21% odds to hit the over -124. His points are bumped way up at 29.5 on Prize Picks, 28.5 on some other platforms like DraftKings. So the optimizer does not like the 29.5. They have that favored to the under. But again, this is getting into sharp betting and just crunching numbers across platforms. They like him over 4 rebounds as well. So they like the rebounds and assists. They also like the rebounds. They're not feeling the PRA. They have it slightly favored to the under. Do we have? Yeah, we've got some 40.5s out there. We also have some 42.5s. So, I mean, 41.5 right in the middle. I think he's going over all of these. That's just me. Even the 42.5, I think he's going over that tonight. But yeah, he's probably going to go for 30 attempts is what I'm guessing. But Minus 122 favored to the under, just a 50.84% odds to hit the under. So go with your gut. They like his first quarter points over 8.5. And they like his points assists over 36.5, 50.38% odds to hit the over, minus 120. So you can take this play. You don't have to, like we mentioned every video. You guys got to make your own decision, but we're showing you what we like and what we're getting into. So I'm taking the full PRA over, but there are some pivot options here if you're not feeling the full PRA. All right, Paolo Banchero. So yeah, this is the head-to-head that I have it on right now. Last time he played them, he went for 51 against Atlanta, and Atlanta has been kind of vulnerable to the power forward position. And we know that he jumps between the 4 and the 5. Sometimes I was frustrated the first time that I saw him really getting extended minutes at the 5 because I had another player in the game. I think I had Wendell Carter, and I was just frustrated. But he actually, it's pretty fun when he, they go small ball and he's playing the 5 with Mo Wagner still out. Like, they can afford to adjust those rotations a little bit, and then they've got that speed, when they're playing him at the 5 position. But yeah, he went for 36 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. We saw Anthony Davis just tear Atlanta up at the power forward position just like a few days ago, maybe closer to a week. But that was when AD just really started popping off. But I like Paolo to be heavily involved and to be taking a lot of shots. In that last game, he had 25 attempts. He shot 44%. In the head-to-heads, he's averaging 23 attempts and shooting 43%. So yeah, 2.6 made threes on average against Atlanta, 13.6 rebound chances, 9.4 potential assists. Yeah, he had 5 assists in that game. The matchup, if you look specifically to power forwards, 18th in points allowed, 6th in rebounds allowed, 27th in assists allowed. If he does play the 5, it's a little bit tougher. 17th in points allowed, 11th in rebounds allowed, 11th in assists allowed. I just think that this is going to be, heavy usage tonight, extended minutes, and even against Washington, which was a closer game than you would think, but that last game against Washington, he went for 59. He had 18 rebounds, 33 points, and 8 assists. So dude just absolutely balled. Yeah, he did that in 39 minutes. So yeah, over these last 5 games, he's averaging 35 minutes, 46% from the field on 21.6 attempts. So I'm excited about these attempts because he's already averaging over 20, but he had 25 in the last head-to-head. So I think he'll be in that range again. Right now, he's not really shooting threes that much, just 5.4 attempts and only 22%. So we'll see if he takes any tonight. But yeah, 15.2 rebound chances and 8.8 potential assists. He's been assisting the ball more than you would expect. And I think a lot of that does come when he's playing the 5 and getting into some pick and roll type looks. So yeah, let's see. We have a note here. Okay, so this is a discouraging note, but I'm going to still share it with you guys. He's failed to exceed 42.5 PRA in 5 of his last 6 games at home. So he's not playing as good at home. 38.8 is what he's averaging. But let's look at some of these matchups. So that was against the Clippers, close game. And then against Sacramento. When he got it done, it was against Dallas. And then one of them, he just barely missed against Houston. So go with your gut. You don't have to take it, but and that last one was on March 31st. So yeah, I'm gonna be going with the over here. Let's see if there's anything significant for the injury report. Not really. I mean, Trae Young is always on the injury report, but he's listed for probable, so he should be playing. But I just think like what I've been seeing power forwards do in these matchups against Atlanta has been awesome. So I'm going to be going with Paolo here in an important game for both teams. All right, so let's take a look at Daily Grind real quick, and I'll pass it over to Jordy. Oh man, they love his fantasy score over. You could take that. I thought about taking it. They have the 47 fantasy score at a 53.54% odds to hit the over. It's up at 48.3 on DraftKings. You're getting it for 47 on Prize Picks. The reason, and I literally looked at this before, the only reason I didn't is obviously we want defensive upside. And he hasn't been that active defensively with fantasy score over the last 5. And then he hasn't in the head-to-head either. I mean, he's had some games where he went nuts. AD went absolutely nuts on defense as well against them. So, they are missing some of their bigs still, and it could be the type of thing where, if you have reasonable defense in the paint, it could match up well against, a little bit of a smaller, fast-paced team that is probably going to be shooting the ball a decent amount. Let's look at this over-under. 226.5, so not like a super high over-under. Orlando favored by 4, which makes sense. Even though the Hawks do push the pace, Orlando slows things down. So that 226.5 sounds about right to me. But you guys can go with your gut. Yeah, they like the fantasy score over. They just added this Trae Young Paolo points combo. If you guys want to take that over 54, let's see if they've got the PRA on here. They do, and they do have it favored over just slightly, 50.39% odds to hit the over, minus 119. Everyone has it at 42.5, and it's all a 50-50 shot or juice to go over. Pinnacle has it slightly favored to the under, so keep that in mind. But they like his assists over 5. They like his points assists. They like his blocks and steals over 1.5. And they like his points rebounds at 37. So you could pivot to one of those if you don't like the full PRA. I already have the full PRA locked in, so I feel good about it. I do feel good about this fantasy score still too, though, because it's not like inflated to the point where it's accounting for if he has a good defensive game. It's only 47, so what is that, like 4.5 point bump? So he should, if he hits his PRA, he's probably hitting this fantasy score too. If he goes crazy on defense for some reason, that should crush. So yeah, go with your gut. Let's see here. If you guys do want to check out Outlier, you can try this app out for free. You just sign up through the link below, and they're going to hook you up with a full week just to see how you like it. So yeah, take advantage of it. Get to know it, during that trial time. Get to know how everything works. It's not super intimidating or anything, but you need to spend a little bit of time understanding it so you can get the most out of it. But yeah, sign up through the link below. Don't need a code, and they will hook you up. All right, Jordy, I'll pass it over.
All right. Yeah, so to get into mine here, I've got the Anthony Edwards points. Minnesota, they need to win because if you take a look at the standings here in the Western Conference, they're in 7th, but they're tied with the Grizzlies for 8th. And they're either going to be in the 7th or 8th spot, because you look at like the Kings and they're at 39 wins and the Mavs are at 38 wins. So it's not like a thing of them trying to not like miss the playoffs or like be in the play-in, because they're going to be there. But they're tied with the Warriors and the Clippers, so for 46 wins. So if they get another win, and they could end up being like the 5th seed, or they could even end up sneaking up to the 4th seed if they win, pretty much win out. They could sneak up to the 3rd seed. So it's a really tight race with the West right now on like what seed you're gonna get. So they're in 7th, but they're tied with the Grizzlies, the Warriors, the Clippers, and then the Nuggets are just a game ahead of them, and then the Lakers are 2 games ahead of them. So for the Lakers and the Thunder, I like this game too, because the Lakers are obviously trying to keep this 3rd seed, and the Warriors are all right behind them. So a lot of these teams are going to obviously keep playing for seeding reasons, and I like both of these guys tonight. I think Anthony Edwards, he's been going absolutely off, so we'll talk about him first. Let me sneak back over to him. I was thinking about taking SGA today, but I decided to go with Anthony Edwards. I feel really good about this. He's gone over this 3 out of his last 5, just barely missing it in 1. But the dude has been shooting a crazy amount of attempts lately, and I'll get into that. But if you take a look at this, he's gone for 34 points against Denver. That was obviously a crazy double overtime game. He struggled really badly in the first half of that game. And then he played Brooklyn, went for 28, and then 37 on Philly. If you take a look at this, he had 21 field goal attempts against Philly. In that last game, he had 25 against Denver. Last game against Philly, he had 21 field goal attempts, but he shot 57%. He made 12 of those. So that's pretty much like the performance we're needing from him. Obviously here, 15 field goal attempts against Brooklyn. He made 10 and whatever that. So he's been shooting a ton of 3-point attempts. As you can see here, he had 15 field goal attempts in that game against Brooklyn. 10 of those were 3-point attempts. So I always like to look for his 3-point line at 3.5. If that's out, it's a minus 140, so you're probably never going to get that. But him and Luka's 3-point attempts at 3.5 is always like a favorite of mine to take. Neither of those lines are out, so I'm going with Anthony Edwards points over that 27.5 or 26.5. I think he can get that done. He's been going over this 52% of the season. And if you take a look at the head-to-head here, he's gone over it in the last 2 head-to-heads and just barely missed it by 2, or rather by 0.5 in that last game, or that very first game they played against Milwaukee. So, yeah, he plays pretty good against Milwaukee. There's a lot on the line here for, I believe, Milwaukee. Let's see here. Let's take a look. So Milwaukee, I mean, they all need to win just for seeding reasons. All these teams that I took are in the playoffs. They're just, it depends on what area they're going to get locked in for the seeding. So, I mean, either one of these teams need the win. They don't, need it to make playoffs or anything like that. But, they need it for other reasons. So, I don't expect any of these guys to sit. Giannis is a game-time decision. He pretty much always is. No game-time decisions or any injuries for the Timberwolves other than Terrence Shannon, so nothing that matters. Pat Connaughton is a game-time decision for the Bucks. Nothing that really matters too much, but I think Anthony Edwards has a pretty good matchup ahead of him. If you take a look at this for shooting guards, it's 7th in points allowed, but like I said, he's been playing pretty good over the last couple games, and he's played good against the Bucks in the past, so I expect him to get the amount of field goal attempts he's been getting lately, which is from the 15 to 20 range because of how many 3-point attempts he's taken too. So if he gets hot from the 3 line tonight, he's going to fly over this 26.5 points, and I feel pretty good about it. So taking that. And then Luka Doncic first half PRA. This is a play I've been beaten to death since he's pretty much been on the Lakers because it's been pretty low and he's been cashing it a lot. So in the head-to-head, he's hit this 8 out of 10 times against OKC. Coming off that last game against OKC, this is a back-to-back against OKC. Except now they're going to be, I believe, in OKC tonight. They beat them pretty bad last time, so I think OKC is going to get a little bit of revenge. They're in Oklahoma City for this game, but I expect Luka to do Luka things. I think he's still going to get his, but I like the first half stuff just in case this game gets a little crazy because my Thunder can put it down pretty quick. So I think this is going to be probably one of the last games you see the Thunder starters get a ton of minutes in before playoffs because they have that first seed locked down by 12 games, so they don't have to worry about anything. But I expect Luka to have a big game against them, at least in the first half. He's gone over the 62% of the season, 29 out of 47 games, and like I said, he's had a great history against OKC, even in recent time with them. I mean, these are all 2024 games right here, and he's gone over this 7 out of 10 games in 2024. So yeah, he's been crushing them for a little while now. He's going to get 20 minutes in the first half, which is plenty of time for him. He had 30 PRA in that last game against OKC in the first half. And that's a lot of what you see with Luka. He has these big games, but a lot of it comes in the first half when he's not tired and sore. And then in the second half, it seems like he kind of slows down a little bit. And if he doesn't, he's going to have a monster game. So his full PRA is set at 42.5. If you want that, go for it. But he usually clears more than half of that in the first half, going well over this 21.5 line. So I just want the first half for this game. First in points allowed, it's a tough matchup, but 27th in rebounds allowed for his position. And then, 6th in assists. So tough matchup, but he's done well against them. Not too worried about it. Obviously, they're not going to show us the first half line on Daily Grind. And they're actually not showing us any Luka for some reason on Daily Grind. Hopefully he didn't get taken off the board. But for sure, keep an eye on that first half PRA. Let me just make sure that he's still up here. But if he's not, okay, he's still up on first half. So he probably just doesn't have any full game stuff up or something. But the first half PRA is what I'm going with. And if you don't like the upside of the rebounds and stuff, you can always take the points at 13.5. But I think the full PRA is the way to go for the first half stuff. So that's going to cover it all for me. If you guys want to check out this optimizer from Daily Grind, you see us use it all the time. By the way, Anthony Edwards points are minus 128 to go over. I think I forgot to mention that, but this is what the optimizer does. It's awesome. It shows you the value. You can look up players that you're feeling for the day, and they'll show you their best plays and show you the odds on them, or you can just let the optimizers do the work for you and go through the top plays on the day. Their top play for the day is Harrison Barnes PRA under at a minus 155. Obviously, you'll have to do your own research and do a little bit, make sure you like it, but the optimizer is awesome and it does help you cash a lot. So yeah, definitely check it out. Go to dgfantasy.com and use code BACKDOOR for 25% off of your first purchase, and it is highly worth it. So we definitely recommend it. And yeah, that's gonna do it all for me.
All right. Yeah, and also, if you check out DG, you get a free month in our Discord as well. Speaking of our Discord, yeah, come join us. You can just sign up through any of our official partners, and we will hook you up with a month. Just email us at bdfantasysports@gmail.com. And let me pull up. Here's Jordy's Demon baseball slip that he hit yesterday. Pretty dope. Just 4-man, powered it, and hit all of them. I know you guys were stoked in the Discord when that last play hit. So yeah, and speaking of baseball, we're working things out to start dropping baseball videos just like we did last year. We're just kind of ironing out our schedule a little bit, but that will be coming soon. We're excited about it. It's getting to be that time of year. But yeah, if you guys don't want to sign up with any of our partners and you want to just jump right into the Discord, you can just go subscribe on Patreon, and that manages our subscription. So once you're subscribed over there, go into the settings, and then there's a connected apps option in the menu bar, and then you log into Discord from Patreon, and you should be good to go. If you want to follow us on our socials, it's just at BackdoorFS on X, TikTok, and Instagram. And then don't forget to come follow us on our solo channels at JRussoBDFS and at JordyBDFS. I'm about to drop some more NBA picks over there in just a little bit. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, drop us a comment if you have any questions. All that stuff helps us out a ton with the algorithm, and it's just fun chatting with you guys. So hope you have a great Taco Tuesday, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Good luck, guys.